The mineral water in the pot, heated by a gas burner, starts to boil. Oh, that's a nice picture. We're all sitting down, circling on the lantern and the mobile stove, which are placed in the center of the room. Are always staring at the burner's blue flame, and I stop her from time to time as she tries to reach out. This room is dark, small, and windowless. But on the other hand, the cool wind cannot blow into here. I have no idea what this room was used for. There's no furniture in here. It's filled with dust and cobwebs. It's so barren that I can't imagine what the purpose of this room is. And the walls are covered in cracks, probably because of the earthquake. Tanomura turns the burner down and puts the instant coffee powder directly into the pot. The powder melts in the hot water, quickly turns brown, filling the room with a savory aroma. He pours the coffee into paper cups and distributes them to everyone. Yuka sighs. Sorry, lady, this is the apocalypse. You're lucky we have this shit already. Well, it's too early to call it an apocalypse. Right now, it's just nationwide. Well, I'm gonna say it's nationwide. It's an area-specific event. Let me just pull it down like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna call it. I'm not gonna upgrade to an apocalyptic status until people start forming factions or little groups, like we're forming, and then we're like kind of hesitant to like allow other people into our group because we don't know what they're bringing to the table or if they're kind of like if we can consider them a threat or not. So yeah. So I'm gonna stop calling it an apocalypse right now and just kind of like focus on it's kind of like we're here in the situation. This thing just happened like a few hours ago, and now we're just trying to scramble to get answers to what the fuck's going on. All right. Barry acts rudely. I'm gonna leave that alone.
でも薄めに作ったから大丈夫だと思うよ。味はともかく温まるから飲んだ方がいいかな。あ、他にコーヒー苦手な人いた？
アロエがなんでか手をつけませんね。あれだけ欲しがっていたのに。
Everyone looks at Arrow after my words. She's sitting still and staring at the paper cup in front of her.
コーヒー飲まないの
Tanomura asks, and Arrow opens up her notebook.
コップ
Tanomura asks. He said, no. He said, I am not. Oh, wow. She's like, I want my cup. So wait. She only drinks coffee if it's from a special cup. Oh, yeah. Given her situation, I can accept that. I can accept that, but these are trying times right now. I can't just go back to her house where her dead sister's in and just get like her favorite cup, which may be destroyed. I open the bag I brought from her house and find a mug in there. I hold it up to her. Or it could be in there. My bad. I look through the bag again. I find a cute white mug, and it turns out to be hers. Tanomura puts the coffee into it and hands it to her. Ari grabs the cup using both hands and slowly starts to sip the coffee with a serious expression. She looks so desperate that I feel the tension in her movements. Hibari ignores the mood and asks. The crushed white box is placed in front of her.
そうだよ。花村さんってあのケーキ屋さんで働いてる人でしょ。
へえ、そっか。うちのお客さんだったのか。お買い上げありがとうございます。
あ、この人がひばりの言ってた。何も言ってないけど。
Oh, Hibari doesn't look at her and opens the box. A splattered white object is in there. I'm guessing that it used to be shortcake.
見た目は悪いけど、きっと味は変わらないわよね。ケーキはケーキだよね。ね、みんなで食べようよ。今日は一応クリスマスなんだからさ。この人数にこのケーキじゃちょっと小さいけどね。
Hibari pushes the cake to the middle.
僕は生クリームが苦手で。
Well, fine, that's for you.
そういう問題じゃないの。
ごめんなさい。
You're quick to apologize about a lot of things, man. Don't be like Senji.
ごめんなさいね、桑形さん。ひばりがわがまま言って。
あ、いや、そんな。一口でいいなら。
Takuma takes one of the forks Tanamura laid out and takes a small piece of cake. Everyone reaches for a fork and grows quiet.
田村さん、いいですか？
何？
さっき僕が渡した懐中電灯貸してください。
ごめんごめん。まだ俺が持ってたね。
Oh. I take it and turn on the radio. I turn up the volume, but I only hear
お
static.
かしいですね。
Gotta remember, don't read to yourself. Static is all I hear, no matter how carefully I tune it.
FM になってるんじゃないですか。
Takuma leans forward.
いや、そんなことはないですね。この部屋には電波が届かないのかな。
これくらいの障害物で届かなくなるはずはないと思うんですけど。故障してるとか。
クワガタ、私の目の前に身を乗り出さないでよ。邪魔。
Brought you outside and Takuma backs
ちょっ
off.
と場所を変えてみます。
I place the radio next to the window and try tuning it, but I don't hear anything meaningful. I turn the charging crank, and turn it back on, but there's no change. I get up and turn it off. The loud static from the radio goes away and is replaced by the roaring of the wind. The rumbling sound is getting clearer and more concrete now. There's the sound of a stirring water. It sounds like water is moving in the distance. Did the water pipe explode? No. This is the sound of water, but it's nothing weak like it. It sounds very heavy. That's the sound I've never heard before. The ominous feeling I've had continues to grow. I stand in front of the window where snow is blowing and stare into the darkness. I listen carefully to the sound coming from the distance. Then I start, oh shit. I just remember something. It's like, I remember something that really did happen in Japan, in which there was an earthquake. And then after the earthquake occurred, there was the tsunami. So, oh shit. Yeah. Just like an earthquake and tsunami disaster. So, oh shit. Is this sitting on that? Then I stagger. I squat down to find out that the ground is shaking. It's another earthquake. It's not intense, but the shaking slowly continues like a cradle. I hear a rumbling, crumbling in the distance.
待って、こら。
I hear Yuko's voice from the other room, and then Arroway dashes in from the hallway. She staggers near me while the ground is shaking. She does have her shoes on, and her feet are making slapping sounds as she walks. She's holding an empty mug in her hand. She comes up to me, while I stand in surprise, and grabs my
どう
hand.
したの？
I ask, but Arroway just stares at the window while muttering something.
何？
I shake her hand as I ask. She stops talking and
マコツカサさんの言うことを聞きます。
She murmurs to herself, then starts mumbling on again.
大丈夫ですか？
Yuka's looking at me with concern.
僕に用があったみたいですね。平気です。
I noticed that the shaking had stopped. I stepped back to the room, but I paused.
どうしました？
聞こえませんか？
何がですか？
水の音が。
The sound is louder now.
水。
なんだか地響きみたいな低い音です。なんだろうなこれ。
私には何も聞こえませんけれど、耳がいいんですね。
ええ、ま
I start walking again. My gypsy hearing things.
おかえり。
Tanamura greets me with a bitter smile. Hibari is clinging to his body, while Takuma is clinging to her leg. They're both hiding their faces and are frozen in place.
もう揺れ収まってるんだけれどね。それをどう伝えようか考えてて。個人的にはこのままでもいいし。
収まったの？
Hibari raises her head, then jumps back from Tanamura with a red face.
あんた何くっついてるのよ。
Oh, that was mean. That's mean.
すいません。
You can tell he's gonna be the bitch of the group. He lets go of her and readjusts his glasses, but they seem to have been bent, so he takes them off, bends them back into place, puts them back on, and directs a funny smile towards Hibari.
キモ。 こら、乱暴はよしなさいよ。
Don't be so violent. You can sense trouble as she sits down next to Hibari.
だってこいつどさくさに紛れて私の体に。
You took advantage of the confusion and touched me. What the fuck? Hibari clings to Yuka.
ひばりも田野村さんにくっついてたじゃない。
ん？
だって。
Yeah, now the table's turned. What you gonna do now?
まあ誰だって仕方ないよね。結構揺れたしびっくりするよ。ほら、あれ見てよ。あそこに新しいひびが入ったから崩れるかもって驚いちゃったんだ。
Tanamura points to the wall, but there are so many cracks that I can't tell which ones are new.
大丈夫なんですかねここ。
Takuma speaks nervously. You can tell if he's trembling due to a bar or the condition of this room.
保証はできないけど、俺は外よりはここのが安全だと思うよ。外はめちゃくちゃだし、風も雪もひどいし。
でも中もそれほど安全ってわけでもないですよね。いつ崩れるかわからないし。
Takuma mutters and puts his hand on his forehead.
見たところ平気だとは思うけどね。
まったくどうすればいいのよ。今日はもうずっと緊張してないといけないの？明日はどこに行けばいいの？
そうだね。あ、ラジオやっぱりダメだった。
I shake my head.
じゃあそうか、困ったな。情報が入らないってのはこういう時つらいよね。
他の人はどこに集まっているのでしょうね。
多分日照学校じゃないかな。あそこがここから一番近い指定避難所だからね。人がいれば何か情報もあるよ。俺も明日になったらあそこに行こうと思ってるよ。あ、そうだ。みんなは学生だそうだけど、一人暮らしなの？
Oh, so this is like a college town. Okay. So there's so many students in the room.
ひばりが実家住まいです。
他には？
Takuma shakes his head.
一応アロエも実家でしたが。
あ
Tanomura nods. Already told him how I met her.
あ、川瀬さんの家は近い？
The environment's just a neighboring town.
そうなの？じゃあなんでここに？
私のアパートに遊びに来ていたんです。
なるほどね。みんな当面行く場所がないなら一緒に日照行けばいいんじゃないかな。川瀬さんの家族は後で探した方がいい。今すぐに会いたいかもしれないけれど。
別にそんなに会いたくない。
家族は大事だよ、おちびちゃん。
おちびちゃん、バカにして。
いいですか？
何？タクちゃん。
タクちゃん？
田野村さんのお住まいは？
俺は地元だよ。ここのすぐ近く。
See, everybody else told me where they lived, but you're like, I'm gonna be a little bit mysterious about it. I'm like the mystery person in the group. So you can't trust me, you know? He's that guy. So yeah, so I guess he's kind of like the badass. It's like the man from nowhere. So yeah, I used to live in a pawn shop. Used to be ex-military. Then something happened with a hooker and then ended up killing a lot of people in a knife fight. It's very epic.
そうするとご家族は？
両親と妹が一緒に住んでたよ。古い家だったんであっさり潰れちゃってね。まあそういうこと。俺はたまたま離れの方にいたんだ。母屋は火がついちゃってどうしようもなかったよ。一人だけ助かっちゃったんだ。天才だから怒る相手もいないし、やるせないよね。
Tanomura lowers the paper cup he had started lifting.
すいません。変なこと聞いてしまって。
いいって。
The room grows quiet. The air is dense. I stare at the wall in front of me, since I want to look at so many uneasy people.
そういえばアロエちゃん、さっき裸足でしたね。足の裏怪我しちゃってないかな。
Yuka looks at Aroe's feet. Aroe screams unexpectedly when Yuka touches her feet.
ごめんなさい。
Yuka pulls her hand back in a hurry. Aroe is still aggravated, tilting her body back and forth.
でも怪我はしてないみたいですね。
Her eyes meet mine, so she says this to me. The room goes quiet again after Yuka stops speaking.
そうだ。僕、ラジオはないけどパソコンなら持ってます。ネットなら大丈夫ですよね。これなら世界中どこのニュースでもすぐ手に入りますよ。カードもケーブルもあるし、携帯電話をつなげるだけでなんだって。やっぱり現代はインターネットの時代だな。もうテレビなんかいらないですよ。これさえあれば全てがわかります。地震の規模から救助の動きとか政府の対応とか、もう何もかも大丈夫ですよ。
Okay, so you can run off a phone, but the phone would need Wi-Fi in order to work correctly. And even if the phone's using its own Wi-Fi source, still it needs a tower to bounce off of. So if all the towers in the area are destroyed, it's still not going to work. But if it does, yeah, go on, let's see if it works. We'll know the scope of the earthquake, the relief effort, and government response.
でもいいかな、タクちゃん。
何ですか？
携帯が通じないのにネットはできるの？
ダメだ。
BAM! In your face, bitch! Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, yeah, I was right. Bam! Say, yeah, I can survive the apocalypse. I'm like that crazy old guy down the street. I'm like, yeah, I know all this shit. It's like when things go to hell, I'm the only one that's gonna be surviving. Yeah, but I don't have like a house full of weapons, so that's how you get ransacked in the first night, in the first day. He was like, hey, that guy down the street knows what's up. Let's go raid his house. I'm like, shit. Yeah, I'm actually in an off-site location. Be like, yeah, uh-huh.
このバカ。
ごめんなさい。
まあまあこんな時だしアイデア出すのは悪くないよ。インターネットはきっと後で落ち着いた時に役に立つさ。そう落ち込んじゃダメだって。
それはともかくさ。
Barry hangs her head as she continues to speak.
結局何もわからないわけでしょ。ここでいつ次の地震で潰れるかビクビクしながら朝になるのを待つしかないってわけなんだね。
She sighs and silence returns. Arla is quiet because Arrow's eyelids are drooping and she is falling asleep. Her hair falls forward, but she jerks it back and keeps repeating it, the process.
眠る
I touch her hand and ask. She moves her mouth, but no words come out. But once I lay her on a blanket, she closes her eyes and falls asleep instantly. Arrow's peaceful manner calms everyone down. We start talking. It's nothing special. It's more like small talk. Nobody talks about the earthquake. We talk about unrelated matters to keep our uneasiness away. Eventually, Habari says she's sleepy and sits down next to Arroway.
ひばりったらさっきまであんなにピリピリしてたのに。
Yuka smiles bitterly.
ユカッチも寝たら横になるだけでもいい。明日はきっと体力使うよ。
Talamura suggests to her. She says she's more comfortable her way and buries her face on her legs. I think this is a good stopping point. It's been like 90 minutes.